1978. A group of researchers at Northwestern University conducted an experiment that was, frankly, cruel. They tracked two groups of people whose lives had changed overnight. Group A were lottery winners, people who had just won millions, the kind of money you dream about before you fall asleep. Group B were victims of catastrophic accidents, people who had been paralyzed from the waist down forever. Take a second. Imagine the lives of these two groups exactly 1 year later. On one side, you have champagne, mansions, and total freedom. On the other, you have wheelchairs, physical therapy, and limitations. Who is happier? You think the answer is obvious. Your brain is screaming that it must be the lottery winners. But you are wrong. The study, led by Philip Brickman, found something that shattered our understanding of the human mind. After just 1 year, the happiness levels of the lottery winners and the paralyzed victims were statistically identical. Let that sink in. The guy in the wheelchair and the guy in the mansion felt roughly the same amount of joy on a Tuesday morning. Welcome to the hedonic treadmill, the biological glitch that ensures you will never, ever be satisfied, no matter how fast you run. To understand why you feel broke, even with a good salary, we have to look under the hood. We have to look at your brain. Your brain does not care about your happiness. It cares about survival. Imagine our ancestors. If they killed a mammoth, ate it, and felt perfectly satisfied for the rest of their lives, they would stop hunting. They would sit on a rock, smile at the sun, and starve to death. So, evolution installed a fail-safe, a cruel little mechanism called reward prediction error. Neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman explains that dopamine is not the chemical of pleasure. It is the chemical of craving. Think about the last time you ordered a package online. The moment you clicked Buy Now, you felt a rush. The moment you tracked the package, you felt a rush. But the moment you actually opened it, the feeling was gone. The chemical evaporates. Why? Because dopamine's job is to get you to move. Once you have the object, dopamine packs its bags and leaves you empty, looking for the next target. You are not greedy, you're just a junkie, and the dealer is your own DNA.
Let's step away from biology for a moment and look at history. Because the problem might not be that you want more. The problem is that you don't realize what you already have. Let me introduce you to Nathan Rothschild. In 1836, he was arguably the richest man on planet Earth. His fortune would make today's billionaires look average. He could buy anything: armies, castles, influence. But in 1836, Nathan Rothschild died of an infected abscess, a simple infection. Today, you could walk into a pharmacy, pay $5 for antibiotics, and be cured in 3 days. Think about that. In that specific moment, the richest man in the history of the world had less power over his own life than a broke college student does today. But it goes deeper. Rothschild never experienced air conditioning. He never traveled faster than a horse could gallop. He never heard recorded music. He never tasted a spice from the other side of the world without waiting 6 months for a ship to arrive. By every objective standard, if you earn an average salary today, you are living a life of luxury that King Louis XIV could not even comprehend. You live in a climate-controlled box, you have the world's knowledge in your pocket, and you eat food fit for an emperor. So, here is the uncomfortable question. If you live better than a king, why do you feel like a peasant? This is what sociologists call the Tocqueville Paradox. It states that as standards of living improve, our tolerance for discomfort decreases. When everyone slept on the floor, a straw bed was a luxury. When everyone has a memory foam mattress, a slightly hard bed is a torture. As society advances, we don't become happier, we just become more sensitive to smaller and smaller problems. You are not suffering from poverty, you are suffering from a lack of perspective. You have normalized miracles, so now the only thing you can see is what you don't have yet.
But wait, it gets worse. Because even if you resist the Diderot effect, you cannot resist the neighbor. Sociologists have a term called relative deprivation. It means we do not measure our wealth by the number in our bank account. We measure it by looking at the person standing next to us. In the year 1900, if you lived in a small village, you only had to compare yourself to the blacksmith and the baker. If you had 2 cows and they had 1, you felt like a king. Today, you are not competing with the blacksmith. You open Instagram and you are competing with a 19-year-old crypto millionaire in Dubai. You open LinkedIn and you are competing with your ex-colleague who just made the 30 under 30 list. You turn on the TV and you are competing with the Kardashians. Your brain was built to compare yourself to a tribe of 150 people. Technology has forced it to compare yourself to the top fraction of 8 billion people. Keith Payne, author of The Broken Ladder, explains that when we feel relatively poor, even if we have enough food and shelter, our bodies react as if we are dying. Our cortisol spikes, our immune system weakens, we become impulsive. Why impulsive? Because in the wild, if you're falling behind the tribe, you might be left behind to die. So your brain screams at you to take risks and get resources immediately. This is why you gamble on meme coins. This is why you buy a car you can't afford on a 7-year loan. This is why you feel a physical tightness in your chest when you see your friends vacationing in the Maldives while you are stuck in an office. It is not jealousy. It is an evolutionary panic attack. You are running a race against ghosts, and the finish line keeps moving.
Let's talk about the engineers, the people who design the race, because none of this is accidental. Have you ever wondered why every sale ends in 24 hours? Why booking websites say only 1 room left in bright red letters? Why Amazon shows you that 15 people have this in their cart right now? They are hacking your scarcity bias. In history, scarcity meant death. If there was only 1 berry bush left, the human who ran the fastest to get it survived. The one who said, "I will wait until later," died. So when we see a limited time offer, our logical brain turns off and our lizard brain takes the wheel. I want you to try an experiment. Go to a luxury store. Look at the layout. It is empty, minimalist, quiet. Why? To create artificial scarcity, to make you feel like the products are rare treasures. Now go to a discount store. It is chaotic, piles of clothes, bright yellow signs. Why? To trigger the treasure hunt dopamine. They are playing both sides of your biology. Whether you're buying a $5,000 watch or a $5 t-shirt, you are being manipulated into believing that acquiring this object is a matter of survival. We have built an entire economy on triggering the fight or flight response just to sell handbags.
So, is there a way out? Do we have to sell everything and live in a cave? No. The solution comes from a philosophy that is 2,000 years old, but more relevant now than ever: Stoicism. Specifically, a technique called negative visualization. Seneca, the richest man in Rome, would spend a few days every month living like a beggar. He would wear rough clothes, eat stale bread, and sleep on the floor. Why? To reset his hedonic treadmill. When you purposely experience scarcity, 2 miracles happen. First, you lose the fear of being poor. Second, the simple things start to taste like luxury again. You don't need a dopamine detox. You need a baseline reset. Instead of seeking dopamine from new things, learn to extract dopamine from old things. Look at the car you drive. There was a time, years ago, when that car was your biggest dream. Remember that feeling? Reclaim it. Don't let the new normal steal your past joy. Real wealth is not the ability to buy more. Real wealth is the ability to say, I have enough. The system is designed to keep you hungry. The biology is designed to keep you running, but you are the pilot. Step off the treadmill. Stop measuring your life by the price tag and start measuring it by the value. Next time you reach for your wallet to kill a bad mood, pause. Ask yourself, is this a purchase or is this just a dopamine hit? I'm from the value metric. Stop running. Start living.